Start with eyes open. All right. Roll your shoulders a few times and send them backwards. Big circles. Notice like if your neck wants to move too. Okay. Then you're gonna take your hands behind your head. Support the weight of the neck there. Now keep your like neck, head, etc. looking forwards so your head doesn't turn. Now you're going to turn just your eyes to the left. And you're going to hold that gaze there, head not turning, but eyes to the left. Breathing slowly in and out through the nose if it's available, until you feel any sort of shift. That can be a sigh, a gulp, a swallow, or just a shift in energy. And then turn the gaze back forwards if you haven't already, and gaze to the right hand side. And you're going to hold it there again, not moving the head, just the eyes turning to the right. Again, holding until you feel that's kind of complete for you, where there's a shift. Again, things like a sigh, a swallow, a gulp, a yawn will be signs that shifted. Taking slow breaths. And then shift the eyes back through center. Take the hands down, place them onto the heart. And soften the gaze so that you're not really looking at anything. You can take a long breath in through the nose. Take a long sigh out the mouth. And again, long breath in through the nose. Take the sigh out the mouth. Breathe in through the nose, fill up. And this time as you take your sigh, then you might close into the eyes. Now if it's available today, start to take the breath in and out through the nose. See if you can bring all awareness to the sensation of your hands that are resting on your heart. And if your focus there wavers, then just see if you can bring it back gently to that physical sensation of your hands on your chest. And then hands can either remain on heart or relax down into the lap. And then take some B breaths. You might like to listen for a couple of rounds before you then join in. We're going to be breathing in long through the nose and then humming out of the mouth. So empty your lungs of air and take a full breath in. And your exhale becomes a hum. Like 2 to 3 more breaths, just like that. Not needing necessarily to follow my rhythm. Your breaths might be slightly longer or shorter. Taking that long, measured hum out. And then whenever you finish your final hum, let that vibration die away and sit in the effects of that practice for a moment. And we're going to take a second round of that, but at the end of the second round, we're going to take an optional breath hold. And when we hold our breath, you're not trying to force or strain it. Just take it to the point that you remain comfortable with. So when you're ready, breathing in through the nose and exhale, taking the hum. Mm. 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 Take 3 more breaths like that. Again, kind of ignoring my pace and going at your own. Taking a long hum out. And then whenever you complete your last hum out, there's no rush. The next breath in, fill all the way up through the nose. And then at the top of the breath, hold, tuck your chin, and see if you can be a container for breath. And as you do, notice what happens in your body. See if you can soften your skin, unclench your shoulders, soften your eyes, relaxing into the retention. And whenever you're ready, taking the breath out and falling back to a natural rhythm of breath. See if you can notice where you feel your breath the most. And we're going to move through a tapping sequence. If you're unfamiliar with tapping, then you might like to open your eyes, otherwise they can remain closed. So you're going to lift your hands and start to tap with your fingertips on the side of your hand. Maybe keeping the gaze nice and soft so you're not focusing too much. And right now, just giving a number to any stress, tension, anxiety, overwhelm in the body, with 10 being the most intense and 0 being the least intense. And then either repeat after me out loud or in your head. Even though I'm feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. And saying out loud in your heads, even though I'm feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, I completely and deeply love and accept myself right now. And once more on the side of the hand. Even though I'm feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, I completely and deeply love and accept myself right now. And starting with the truth of how we feel, not to ingrain it, but to listen to it and validate it. Tapping on the eyebrow point on the inside of your eyebrows. I often feel so stressed. Continuing to repeat after me, tapping on the side of the eye. I often feel so overwhelmed. Under the eye, there is so much tension in my body. Under the nose, I have so much tension in my muscles from all this stress. And tapping on the chin. Sometimes I struggle to cope with all this stress. Tapping on the collarbone. I have so much going on right now, and sometimes I don't know if I can handle it. And tapping under the arm. It feels so exhausting. On top of the head. All this stress and tension in my body. And then coming to tap on the side of the thumb. Closing the eyes for a moment if they were open. And taking a full breath in through the nose. Take an exhale out the mouth. And just notice what's there in the body. Still tapping on the side of the thumb. See if you can get specific at what sensation or where in your body. And then as we tap, maybe include some of those words or sensations for you. Moving back to the eyebrow point. Tapping there. And repeating after me. Right now, I choose to acknowledge that I've been holding on to a lot of stress. Inside of the eye, stress has been part of my everyday. Under the eye. Right now, I choose to change that. Under the nose. I choose to release some of this now and let go of the pattern of stress in my life. Chin. I give myself full permission to relax now. Collarbone. I give myself full permission to rest. Under the arm. Releasing all stress tension, and overwhelm. And top of the head. It's safe for me to relax now. And tapping on the thumb points, closing the eyes if they were open, taking a long breath in through the nose. And exhale. And checking with the body, take a scan through. Notice the intensity, the numbers shifted or not. And then tapping on the eyebrow point. Right now, I let go of all resistance to letting go of stress. Inside of the eye, I clear out stress from my mind and body. Under the eye, I allow myself to relax more and more. Under the nose, I give myself permission to relax. Chin. It's safe for me to relax now. Collarbone. Releasing any remaining stress, tension, and overwhelm. Under the arm. Releasing any remaining stress, tension, and overwhelm. Top of the head. Releasing any remaining stress, tension, and overwhelm. And then tapping on the thumb point, taking that long breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Checking in with the body, noticing what's there without judgment. And then for the final round of tapping, no need to repeat after me, just listening to the words and breathing slowly. Tapping on the eyebrow point. I choose to feel calm and relaxed right now. Side of the eye. Clearing out all tension in my body. Under the eye. Letting go of all that no longer serves me. Under the nose. I'm going to take a deep breath right now. Chin. Letting it all go. Collarbone. Releasing any remaining stress, tension, and overwhelm. Under the arm. It is safe for me to relax and let go. On top of the head, it is safe for me to be at peace. And when you're ready, gently stop tapping with eyes closed. And just take a moment to check in with your body, noticing what's there. Maybe coming back to the score out of 10, noting down a new number. And then see if you can almost fall into the rhythm of your breath without trying to change or control it. Tuning into that rise and fall. Knowing that the goal here is not to stop a racing mind. It's not to find calm. It's not to try and be peaceful. Instead, it's to rest your attention on your breath. And every time a thought carries you away, sometimes it carries you so far you're lost in a dance with it. Just noticing that. And when that noticing happens, ever so gently, like a feather lightly touching a glass, bringing yourself back to the breath and the sensation. Repeating that process as many times as is needed. It might be helpful to count the breath, breathing in for 1, out for 2, making your way up to a count of 10. If you're getting lost along the way, it's picking back up where you went lost. And then just for a moment, remove any focus or concentration on your breath and let the mind be free. Let it go where it wants to go. Let it think if it wants to think. And closing with the words from James Schwartz. Regardless of what I sense, feel, or think, I am always whole. Regardless of what I perceive or experience, I am always complete. Regardless of what I do, don't do, or what gets done to me, I am always good. No thing, object, or experience can ever modify the limitless, conscious existence that I am. And when this knowledge is firm, liberation is attained. And until that time, I practice at the altar of life. And then start to notice the heaviness of your body pressing down, the points of contact with yourself and the ground or chair. And maybe starting to bring a few small movements in, noticing the sounds around you. And whenever you're ready, opening your eyes. Thank you so much for sharing that with me.